Hello, I'm Sawyer Hall. Let's see who we have today. Hi, thank you for having me. It's very nice to meet you. Thank you. It's nice to meet you, sir. Can you tell us your name and a little bit about your experiment? Well, thank you for having me. My name is Robert Wilson, and our experiment included analyzing the spaces between galaxies. Analyzing spaces? I wish I had y'all when I was moving. Well, okay, can you tell us a little bit about what you were trying to find exactly? So, like I was saying, we were trying to analyze the spaces between galaxies. So we had this satellite, and what we were actually trying to do is measure that space and see what the temperature was on it. And so we were trying to set it to 0 Kelvin, because you know, space, right? But then found out that we were somehow getting 3 Kelvin. Okay, so you're getting some interference then. That is interesting. So where exactly were y'all doing these experiments? It's actually at Harwell Laboratories. It's near Harwell, Oxford, to be exact. Harwell, Oxford, beautiful place, stunning. So what other events were going on during this time that you were doing these experiments? So we actually did our experiment about in the 1960s. And so what happened is in the 1960s, let's see, that was a while ago, John F. Kennedy got elected, and then the U.S. actually sent 3,500 troops to Vietnam. And then I think another one, that's right, the U.S. put up its first weather satellite. Oh, that's really interesting. So who else was working with you through these projects? He's actually a friend of mine. He's a physicist, and his name is Arno Penzias. So what was your role in this experiment? I was the astronomer in the project, and Arno was the physicist, but we were not afraid to get our hands dirty. There's actually one time where we thought that the static that we were getting, that interference that we were talking about earlier, was from the bird poop on the satellite. So we actually ended up going out there, just me and him, and trying to clean it up. And we got it spanking clean, and then still getting the interference. That's hilarious. So what impact does your experiment have on the physics community? It was huge, especially since it proved that the radiation that we were measuring in space was from the Big Bang.
What?
Alright, so I gotta ask, why did y'all use that telescope that y'all did use? It couldn't have been just to attract the birds. Well, no, it wasn't just to attract the birds. We used that one because it is able to measure the temperature in space at a given point. Well, thank you for coming on this show today. I think that we're just about out of time. Come back next week when we talk about the theory of relativity.